Hello, everyone. I'm Anastasia, and welcome back to Nomad Travel Tales. Today, we're exploring the wonderful LWL-Freilichtmuseum Hagen, a living museum that brings Westphalian history back to life. Walking through this large, open-air museum feels like traveling through time. Over 60 original historical buildings are spread across a beautiful hilly landscape with forests and a small stream. The museum preserves the everyday life, crafts, and early industrial culture of the region from the 16th to the early 20th century. It shows the big transition from rural life to the beginning of industrialization in Europe. Many of the houses here are old farmhouses, some with beautiful half-timbered architecture. Inside, you can see how entire families once lived in just a few rooms. The furniture, tools, and kitchens tell stories of hard work, simple pleasures, and strong community bonds. You'll also find a historic village school, a general store, and even a small chapel, all showing how people organized their daily lives in past centuries. One of the most charming parts of the museum is the reconstructed village area. Among the many beautiful half-timbered houses, one building particularly catches the eye, the Yellow House. With its bright yellow facade and traditional red roof, it stands out beautifully against the green surroundings. This house is a wonderful example of a prosperous rural home from the 19th century. The bright yellow color was not only decorative, but also a sign of wealth, as good paint was expensive back then. Standing in front of the yellow house, you can almost imagine children playing in the yard, the smell of fresh bread coming from the kitchen, and neighbors chatting over the fence. The museum also shows the beginning of industrialization. You'll see early machines, forges, and workshops that represent the shift from handmade to machine-made production. It's fascinating to see how these changes gradually transform society, from slow rural rhythms to the faster pace of the industrial age. Walking through this museum makes you realize how much knowledge and skill our ancestors possessed. Skills that were passed down through generations and are now at risk of being forgotten. At the same time, it helps us understand and appreciate the world we live in today, a world shaped by those big changes that started right here in places like this. What makes this museum truly special are the many active workshops. You can watch the blacksmith working with fire and iron, and many more traditional crafts. The giant watermills with their turning wooden wheels are especially impressive. This place beautifully shows how dramatically life has changed in only a few generations, and how much knowledge and skill our ancestors had. The Freilichtmuseum Hagen is a living bridge between past and present, full of stories, atmosphere, and history. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Nomad Travel Tales. If you enjoy these kinds of historical and cultural journeys, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps me create more videos like this. I'm Anastasia. See you in the next episode. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.